know what words there are to describe this. How? How does something like this possibly get made? Look, I know that once upon a time we lived in a world that wasn't so PC, where we could put a Confederate flag on a car and drive it through backwoods Georgia, or have Caucasian actors play bad stereotypes of Native Americans. But this? This defies all logic and decency in the known universe. Who thought that this could even be acceptable, let alone a good idea for a sitcom? I don't know what else to say except... Heil, honey, I'm home! I'm going out of my normal range with this one because I don't usually do foreign TV shows. Lord knows we've got enough crap on this side of the pond. But this show cannot be denied for its absolute god-awfulness. This doesn't cross the line. It long jumps over the line like Carl Lewis at the Olympics. Heil, Honey, I'm Home aired in 1990 on the British satellite network Galaxy. From what I can gather, it was meant to be a parody of American sitcoms of the 1950s, starring Adolf Hitler and Ava Brown. Do I even need to say anything else? The only good thing I can say is we mercifully only have one episode to go through. Supposedly 6 to 8 episodes were actually produced, but only one made it on the air. And we can only hope the network exec who put that one on was taken to a concentration camp for a little history lesson. What's even more ironic is that this came out a year before America did its own parody of 50s TV with Hi, Honey, I'm Home. Remember that show that aired on ABC and Nick at Night together and featured a 50s sitcom family having to live in modern times? Yeah, I'd have reviewed it by now if I had the episodes. It was that bad. But I'll gladly take that over this insensitive piece of Deutsch crap. And I guess I've stalled long enough. Let's see what Heil, Honey, I'm Home has to offer.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Hello.
I'm home. Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Smile, honey. Because I'm home. Gee, it's great to be Top Gun, but it's nothing like the fun that I get when I say Heil, honey, I am home. Heil, honey.
Heil, honey.
Smile, honey. Gee, it's great to be back. Heil, honey, I'm home.
So it opens with the Fuhrer himself coming home to his downtown apartment. Yeah, I can totally picture the leader of the Third Reich living in a small apartment in the low-rent section of Berlin.
Oh, tonight you were making schnitzel. What a jerk! You must be real mad at me, honey. I'm a very, very bad Hitler.
Yeah, I'm out to conquer sovereign nations and slaughter anyone who doesn't believe in Jesus, but heaven forbid I be late for dinner.
On Monday, you had to meet with Goebbels. On Tuesday, von Ribbentrop. On Wednesday, Klaus Katzenjammer.
Don't get sour.
And don't think you can smooch around me like that, Adolf Hitler.
Wow, a housewife that makes Deborah Barone look like a sweetheart.
Tomorrow, I got Neville Chamberlain coming over here.
You don't need to tell me why. I know why. It's Czechoslovakia.
So yes, this episode is about Hitler trying to get the British Prime Minister to ignore his conquest of Europe by inviting him to dinner. Gee, who thought something like that could be so simple? I'll just invite President Obama to my estate here in Abbottabad, and he won't send the seals after me. Yeah, that joke's not funny either, huh?
Hey, do you remember the names we used to call each other when we first started dating?
Oh, no. You were Mr. Sausage, and I was your hoochie-coochie girl.
Yeah, hoochie-coochie-coochie.
Barf bucket on standby. What the hell is this supposed to tell us? That evil maniacal dictators are human beings too? Here's a tip. We don't want to hear that! You can get away with explaining that the soldiers we fought were just like us. That's why All Quiet on the Western Front was a bestseller. You could create fictitious Nazi soldiers and make them into buffoons like Hogan's Heroes. But to take the actual person voted the most evil man of the 20th century and depict him as a goofy family man is just wrong! And yes, I am aware of the comedy bit involving Bin Laden on Family Guy, but that one ended with Stewie kicking his ass in a Naked Gun tribute. We barely even see Ava lay a hand on Hitler in this show. We're 4 minutes in and I can't see how this can possibly get much worse.
What is it, honey?
It's the Goldensteins.
Why do I tempt fate? Yes, the Hitlers are given Jewish neighbors named Arnie and Rosa Goldenstein. Why don't they make a show about Ku Klux Klan members living next door to Malcolm X? And if that show exists, I don't want to know about it!
Hey, hi, Adolf. Say, got the car? Only I'm running a little late. It's not a problem. I'll pay for the gasoline.
Yeah, Hitler carpools with a Jewish person. Singing cops were more believable! Hitler doesn't want the Goldensteins knowing about Chamberlain, while Rosa's sister Ruth or something is visiting and Rosa wants to hook her up. Even if this wasn't a show about Hitler, it would still suck. It tries to shoehorn in too many of the most overused sitcom storylines, and of course, nobody is likable!
Say, do you think just about the most important person in Europe would like my meatloaf?
Just about the most important person in Europe is coming here.
You want Ruth should find a nice man so she don't need to stay with us?
No, I want Ruth should drop dead so she won't need to stay.
So if you didn't know where this is going, Rosa decides to hook up Ruth with Neville, and she and Arnie become the typical annoying neighbors crashing the party. The Hitlers try to get them so drunk that they pass out so they can get rid of them. Do you think it'll work?
Right? Who's this? Who's this?
It's Ruth! You're so in love!
It's not Ruth. It's your mother.
Yeah, this gag doesn't work when it's not liquor, does it? So Chamberlain arrives, and after more unfunny jokes, he gets down to business.
We all feel that you have been rather a naughty boy. This guarantees that you won't be a naughty boy again.
Hitler tries to hide the paper, but of course the neighbors find it and spill everything.
You do have all those tanks and battleships you keep trying to hide.
Yeah, then there's all that talk of invading everywhere.
You are a very, very naughty little Hitler. A naughty Hitler?
Would a naughty Hitler sign this piece of paper?
Stop saying that! That is not a good catchphrase! That is not going to rank up there with "you've got some splaining to do!" So yes, Hitler signs the Munich Agreement in his home. I'm guessing Mussolini and Delade mailed theirs in?
How about that, babe, huh? You're living with one slick fury here.
Oh, Mr. Sausage.
Oh, hoochie coochie girl.
Ba-da-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-bum-bum-bum, ba-da-bum-bum. Yeah, I was imagining Linda Carter busting in and bashing their heads together. It's anybody's guess what the remaining episodes were about. Suspicion is that many involved Hitler's plans to kill the Goldensteins, with them having no idea. Yes, a Coyote Roadrunner plot involving Nazis and Jews. This show is god-awful! Part of me seriously believes this was a real-life Springtime for Hitler scam. From what I can find, the Galaxy Channel was sold off to the Sky satellite system shortly after this aired, so I wouldn't be surprised if someone made a bundle off of it. And I haven't even mentioned one of the worst parts. The exact creator isn't listed. The vanity card says this show was distributed by Hollywood Films, which I can't verify is a real company, and this opening crawl suggests that it was an American producer named Brandon Thalberg who created it years ago. It's lost tapes being found somewhere in Burbank, and the network believes they vindicate Brandon's unsung comic vision. They're trying to pin this show on our nation while calling it an unsung comic vision. You know, when I decided to have my own review show, I thought it would be fun to poke fun at all of the bad TV shows that have come out over the years. But I never thought I'd have to endure something like this. I don't know if I can do this anymore. See you next time on TV Trash. Maybe.